Hello everyone, I'm Claire Huddleston. Thanks for joining us. Early this morning, an earthquake rocked Fayette County. The epicenter is about 2 miles northwest of the city. Fayette County's EMA Director Scott Porter says it had a 2.1 magnitude. Porter says this is the third earthquake to be felt in Fayette in the past 10 years. Several people told us they first thought it was a sonic boom. When they realized it was an earthquake, they started calling 911. One Fayette County high school student told us the earthquake is the talk of the town.
I was like, did you hear about the earthquake or whatever? And some people said they didn't feel it if they lived really far out, but most people were talking about it. They didn't know what it was.
I'm a little bit concerned with what could happen. This could be a foreshock of something worse. We hope that it's not. We try to be prepared for anything, but you never can be prepared for a huge disaster.
Porter says no injuries have been reported. He says it usually takes a 4.0 earthquake to cause any damage. A Tuscaloosa business owner is sifting through what's left of his cabinet shop in Alberta City. Fire destroyed the building that was poised to open its doors again after repairing damage from the April 27th tornado. I was on the scene late last night and captured this exclusive story. Flames lit up the night sky and fire raged through this Alberta business. Tom's Cabinet had been a staple of this community for 16 years. The owner, Tom Rigney, couldn't watch as his years of hard work went up in smoke.
When they called me, they said there'd been a fire, you know. I thought, well, maybe it'd be a little fire or something. The fire department then got it put out, and when I saw the whole building was on fire, you know, I said, my gosh, you know, it was a pretty big blow.
As you can expect, anybody that comes out in the middle of the night to find their business, you know, that they've had for several years, you know, destroyed or on fire. You know, I'm sure everybody, you know, was upset, but he seemed to be handling it well enough.
Captain Steve Cornett with Tuscaloosa Fire Rescue says the supplies inside this particular business forced the fire to spread quickly.
It's a cabinet shop, so you can imagine all the things used to make cabinets, press board, you know, wood, and then the things that they use to finish the cabinets with. You got varnishes and paints and thinners and all those kinds of things that can be an accelerant to fire.
While this is a devastating blow to Tom's Cabinets, this isn't the first tragedy he's dealt with. The business suffered damage from the April 27th tornado. To add insult to injury, the owner was putting the finishing touches of repairs on the building and wanted to open in the next day or two. Now his dreams of that happening won't become a reality.
The tornado, it about blew me away. It did, I think it was like $150-some thousand worth of damage to the building. And we got it just about all the way put back together, and then this.
But a lot of times when you have structures that have been damaged and they have power on them or they have things going on inside them, and people trying to get them, doing work in them, you know, trying to get them back restored, things tend to happen.
Rigney says there are still many unanswered questions. What caused this fire? Will he get insurance money on top of the check for his tornado damage? Will he reopen the shop? Only time will tell.
I've been thinking a couple years about retiring. I may go ahead and do it.
Firefighters say it will take time to sort through all the wood products to determine how the fire started. Rigney says there was no electricity running through the building. On your education watch, Alberta Elementary is one of the state's 4 schools that will see a delay in federal funding for rebuilding. The Alabama Emergency Management Agency says the school system can start rebuilding. They will just see a delay in FEMA's reimbursement money. FEMA announced earlier this week it was suspending funding for certain tornado recovery projects because of Hurricane Irene and immediate needs along the East Coast. Last spring, 2 U.S. towns suffered catastrophic damage from tornadoes. Today, Tuscaloosa Mayor Walt Maddox and 6 other city leaders visited Joplin, Missouri to share stories. We caught up with Mayor Maddox when he returned home this evening. He shares a little bit about what he learned on the trip.
This is a very large and sizable tornado coming right towards the city of Tuscaloosa and the University of Alabama campus.
Joplin, Missouri, hit by a devastating tornado tonight. It just tore through the place. A big part of the city damaged. Homes are gone.
There's not many communities in this nation that can sit down and say, we've lost 7,000 homes. They've lost 8,000. I mean, there's not many communities who are in that very similar position. I think we were able to look at both of our paths since April 27th and May 22nd, respectively. be able to identify areas where we can work together, especially as it comes to working with Congress and getting supplementary appropriations. We're on identical paths. And what's also a very important point is that when you look at their Tuscaloosa forward progress, their citizens want the exact same thing that our citizens want. They want pedestrian bikeways. They want a higher and fuller potential of commercial markets. They want to make sure that infrastructure is better. We were struck by the similarities. You could have took what our citizens are asking of us and what their citizens are asking of us and switched cities and have never known the difference. The world has seen the resilient spirit of both of our cities. They have seen cities come together in such a powerful way to take on a catastrophe of a very large scale. When we unite and we work together, we can do amazing things. I can assure you there's going to be a lot of data sharing and a lot of collaboration in the months and years ahead.
Maddox says the main goal for the trip is to ensure the two cities are not forgotten. In just 3 days, the Alabama Crimson Tide will take the football field for the first home opener against the Kent State Golden Flashes. It will be the first time many Crimson Tide fans see much of Tuscaloosa's tornado damage. At Alabama's weekly press conference, head coach Nick Saban and running back Trent Richardson were excited to see what this Saturday will mean to all Alabamians.
After what the community's gone through over the last 3 or 4 months, you know, maybe this is a spiritually uplifting thing that people can have passion in something and hope in something else that can give them some positive self-gratification.
I mean, for our community, it means a lot for them. I can't wait to just go showcase our, you know, what we've been working on all summer. And I know it's been a hard time for us in Tuscaloosa, and I just can't wait to see everybody's faces out there. I can't wait to see our community out there just coming along and having fun with us and, you know, saying Ramajami at the end of the game. That's what I want to see.
As fans flock to Tuscaloosa, many of them will notice some changes to game day. According to Jenna Johnson with UA Game Day Operations, around 120,000 fans will pack UA's campus, and those fans will need a place to park. Johnson says this year's fans can save time and a few bucks by printing parking passes online.
We have a new print at home pass, and this is going to benefit our fans who park on our east side of campus. Actually, it's a $5 discount if you print it at home.
You can find much more on game day changes by going to our website, WVUATV.com, click numbers and links, and then look under the sports tab. And don't forget to join us this Saturday for Crimson Tide Kickoff presented by Alpha Insurance. The show starts at 8 and will feature previews of all the big SEC games. Join Gary Harris and John Huddleston for an in-depth preview only on Crimson Tide Kickoff. Alabama Governor Robert Bentley has declared this Friday College Colors Day. He's encouraging everyone to wear their college colors to school or work to show support for higher education. This video is from 2009 when mascots from around the state met on the steps of the state capitol to celebrate College Colors Day. Former Governor Bob Riley started College Colors Day during his term as governor. Time for a first look at Alabama's home team forecast. Here's Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott.
Hey Claire, another hot day out there across West Alabama this afternoon. 100 degrees in Tuscaloosa for a high temperature, and this is our Wednesday highs today. 101 down in Evergreen, one of the hot spots as well. Montgomery 97, Birmingham 97 this afternoon. The temperatures are cooling off slower than last night. 86 degrees Tuscaloosa, back in the 70s to the north and east. Gadsden 75, Coleman and 78. Our bus stop forecast for a Thursday morning. Got plans outdoors early in the morning. Going to be a nice start to the day, kind of mild and muggy. Temperatures start off at 70, but it's going to be much hotter tomorrow afternoon. Hey, what about the latest on the tropics? Could have a tropical storm down in the Gulf. What's that mean for our forecast? Home team weather is coming up.
In tonight's Crime Watch, a federal grand jury has indicted a Tuscaloosa teen for an Alabama credit union robbery earlier this year. You may remember this case because one of the teens disguised himself as Spider-Man. His suspected accomplice, 18-year-old Deshaurice Kendrell White, is charged with armed bank robbery and using a firearm during a robbery. Prosecutors say White and Spider-Man took $15,000 from the Alabama Credit Union on New Watermelon Road. Police arrested White 2 days later. Spider-Man has never been caught. The Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's Office needs your help tracking down some suspects in West Alabama. Here's this week's Most Wanted.
Hello, my name's Ted Sexton, the Sheriff of Tuscaloosa County. Thanks to a viewer, you came through big, a capital murder arrest. LaRoderick Hinton was arrested on the charge of capital murder and 2 counts of attempted murder. Also, Marcus Kenshaw Collins was arrested on the charge of robbery in the 3rd degree. That was captures 306 and 307. Now we need your help this week in finding 2 more of Tuscaloosa County's most wanted. Chase Thuston McClure is wanted on the charge of robbery in the 1st degree. He's a white male, 19 years of age, 5'7", 160 pounds, with black hair and brown eyes. Now, he was last known to be living on Meadow Park in Huntsville, Alabama. We're also looking for Cornelius Rashad Marshall. He's wanted on violation of the Sex Offender Notification Act. He's a black male, 31 years of age, 5'9", 232 pounds, black hair and brown eyes, and was last known to be living in Moundville, Alabama. If you have any information on these 2 as well as others wanted by the Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's Office, please call us at 205-464-8672 or go to our website at www.tcsol.org. You can like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Working together, we'll continue to make Tuscaloosa County a safer place to live.